Bienvenue au nouvel épisode de Bonjour Daddy le podcast. Je suis le Dr. Alan Snyder. Here with my boy, Zach Elias. I want to make this sausage disappear. Elias, what up, punk?
I missed all the French. The second you hit play, the whole thing froze. Tits up. But I assume it was good French.
Le Bonjour Daddy the podcast. Tuesdays we do it live. Saturdays we post it later. Got a whole gaggle of episodes. If this is your first time, if this is your last time, we welcome you. Share the episodes. Give us a good rating. And remember, the next time you see a scaffolder, tell them, if you can't stand in the heat, get out of the kitchen and listen to Bonjour Daddy, because we like when people love us, but we love when people hate us.
Yes, we do. So how was Montreal? Do they still speak Le French up there?
Got a great episode planned for tonight, but before we get into it, Zach, why don't you tell everybody what you are drinking?
From the Muggy Brewing Company, Incorporated, I'm drinking your mail.
Asshole.
I've also got a Kona Big Wave. What are you drinking?
You know what's on my mind, Zach?
It better not be Georgia.
It's
Fucking
not.
Montreal.
So it's a Maryland thing. Is Devil's Backbone is out of Maryland, but the Devil's Backbone Distilling Company out of Lexington, Virginia, Wanahaki, come on, Wanalea, Wisconsin, smash on the beach, 10% alcohol, high volume. How you doing?
Machi.
Fire in the hole. Release the Kraken.
She's Julia Snyder at one point on that same envelope.
Oh, that's horrible. Woof. Not great.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Episode 326. Calling this one.
Oui, le petit ami.
Oui, le petit ami.
Yes, my little friend.
I am fresh off of a bachelor party in Montreal. To answer your question, it is fucking French everywhere, to the point that we had to start taking pictures of menus and putting it in ChatGPT to know what the hell they had. I mean, there's such little English there. I mean, really.
I have a guy in my office from Montreal, chain smokes, French accent, and literally because he smokes so much, he coughs. Essentially, all I can hear is you doing Chip and Dale. Do it. With the Chip and Dale sound.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, but before the watch yourself, he just all day long, and all I want to say to him, watch yourself. I want to follow it, but nobody will get it but me. But literally all day long, it's disgusting. But if I gave him a watch yourself, I would die.
You still haven't seen the show, though.
Doesn't matter. I know they do it.
I could if you were 3 more minutes late to this episode, I was just doing a Montreal recap, but I did figure I would go ahead and tell you pretty much some highlights and lowlights. Zach, do you know how close you were to doing this episode by yourself forever?
You almost died?
You hear about that plane that crashed in LaGuardia?
Yeah.
I was the one before it.
The single plane or the Air Canada plane?
Air Canada, Montreal to New York area.
But there were hours in between. You weren't the one that landed before it, were you?
No, because I flew to EWR. But that being said, I was next to the gate that it was at. It was the next plane after me.
That's insane.
That's pretty crazy, right?
Who the fuck drives across the jetway? But speaking of, they have 2 runways. They have to leave it on there. So every plane that lands for the next couple of days has to drive by a crash.
Oh, that's not great.
That's insane. That's horrible. No, that's when those 2 guys died. That's when an idiot drove.
Craziest part of the
flying anyway.
Craziest part of the whole thing. I cannot believe that the drivers are just scratches and they're doing fine.
The stewardess who got thrown 100 yards, broken leg. That's it.
She was in a jetpack. Yeah. Then how the pilot
wasn't as bad as that soccer player you sent me. His leg.
That was great.
That's the worst one. That's up there with Kevin Ware. That guy's leg is in his neck.
So that's one of the negatives. Let's talk about the positive. Montreal bagels. I've always heard good things. I went there. They're not big. They're maybe a little bit bigger than a hockey puck. The schmutz to coverage ratio on the outside, the poppy seed bagels, which are not what I ever get. You would have thought they were black bagels. I mean, everything you got that had any type of topping, it was shellacked on the top and the bottom.
Okay.
That was really good.
How was it?
They were good, but a little petite, if you know what I'm saying.
I do.
There were multiple people in our group that got
you.
2 of them for breakfast, which I was like, you are a fatty. After I finished mine, I was like, I can't do it after making the comment, but I'm still a little hungry.
Well, you need a large shirt. You need the Fleischer move.
So that was one of the positives. I guess another positive, I don't care what I'm saying, is we went away with too many Indians, not enough Chiefs, which I'm fine with. So I just took the lead and I was like, all right, I'll just do what I want to do and kind of let.
Oh, I hate being a chief on those things. It's exhausting.
I didn't mind it. I'm pretty sure there were some people that were like, God, this Snyder's always pushing for this. But I don't know if they weren't good travelers, but when you're
like
up there.
Tour?
Well, when they do par for US dollars to Canadian, I was the one that was like, hey guys, before we go out, there is a money exchange place across the street. I'm going to go run and get some loonies. And people were like, nah, we'll just use American dollars.
Use a credit card.
There's a foreign transaction fee and you can't use a credit card in certain establishments.
The good ones you can.
And that's also not true.
Apple Pay.
The strippers don't take Apple Pay.
They take Apple Pay.
But they'll take your US dollars. So the fact that I went there and like somebody gave me $150, you get $200 of Canadian Monopoly money. And why people gave me grief about it, it's fine. Like, honestly, I didn't care. It just felt like I got to run the show, which kind of means we got to do what I wanted to do. I didn't really mind so much. That was another positive. Negative. Do you know how many goddamn Bruins fans are in Montreal?
Why?
Shocking amount of people that
were they playing the Bruins?
No, people who live and work there, where a lot of times that was like their pickup line, like, where are you guys from? We're like, oh, we're from, it's complicated. And we'd start talking to people that are French Canadian, and they're like, oh, I do not give a shit about the Canadians. I am a Bruins fan. I'm like,
oh, they're Bruins. I thought they were like expats, like Boston to Montreal.
No.
Native Bruins fans?
Couldn't figure it out. It was more than like
Yankees. They're the best team traditionally. You'd think they'd want to be a Canadians fan.
Traditionally, they haven't done anything since 93.
Well, the Yankees for a hot minute.
That's not true. 2009. But even so, Canadians really haven't been great. Even people there who say, hey, the Canadians are looking good this year. What do you think there, buddy? They got a chance? And they got that chance maybe one round or two, but they do not win the cup. And you're just
you make them sound like every like Rube hockey stereotype.
That's what they sounded like all weekend. It's what it was.
How about the Tim Hortons bagels or donuts?
I've been in Toronto. It's dog shit. I'm all set. Shit. Yeah.
You gotta go Stan Mikita's.
People were so nice and friendly. I was a little worried because the whole American thing.
No, that's what you're worried about, the whole American thing, not the.
I don't understand why they have jails in Montreal. The people were so friendly and nice to us. It was shocking.
Yeah, for American assholes. The closest I ever saw to jail in Montreal was Jenna was put in a cage at a club at one point.
Cage à fall?
No fall, just cage.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So those were Canada gave me everything I wanted, where you're walking down the street and you see the flag of Quebec, which reminds me of the Nordiques. We walk into the bagel place, they're playing Alanis Morissette.
Oh my God.
At the hockey game.
Dave Coulier? That's bingo if you hit Coulier.
Somebody died, one of the announcers, and they're just going through all the highlights. Of course, they show him with Celine Dion. I was like, buddy, we're there. I mean, literally at this point, just put up some Jeopardy clips of Alice Trebek. But they were so nice, so friendly. I really enjoyed that.
Any Paul Schaefer?
With who? From the piano guy?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
And let's get to the highlight, or probably it is one of the negatives, but I can't say. I've been using the joke forever because I've never been to Montreal, but you've heard about the experience when you go up there. And we went to Chez Paris, the #1 gentleman club in Montreal.
Guess what? They're all the #1.
Well, when we were walking there, there was barkers on the side like, hey, you come here, no cover charge. We do not charge you for that. I was like, okay. We get to
you need to bring a magician to that one. No cover charge.
We get back this place, and it was a nickel dime every single second. It was just to get through the first security guard. Okay, there is no cover, but you need to check your coat for 10, tip the person there, tip the next guy. You're like, all right, guy, just say 20. It was 20 for this. And then you go sit down where, oh, did you want that booth over there? That costs $200, but you can sit in these Burger King chairs for free. You're like, okay, let's do
Cheers
that.
It is.
Yeah. immediately I turn and say, hey, can I just get some ones? And the guy goes, oh, we don't do ones. Ones are change, which the joke always was make it hail. You don't make it rain. If you want to throw anything on stage for these nice young ladies, you are giving 5 Canadian, because that's the lowest paper form, otherwise known as $3.50 per dollar transaction.
That's a scam.
That
How are
is
the girls.
Oh, nah. They were. I mean, of course, the rules there are just out the window. You're pretty much anything you want to do.
Big pelt.
That was their selling point. They come up and they start explaining stuff to you. I actually was taking out a stopwatch. Zach, it was like a guy who has no game who just walks up and goes, "Want to bang?" Like there's nothing. They walked. I took a stopwatch out and I turned to Stevie. I go, "How long before she asked?" He goes, 30 seconds. Final answer, 23 seconds. It's hello. What's your name? Want to dance? I'm like, you're going to have to razzle dazzle me just a little bit or come back in 15 minutes. And if you do, you get one. If you don't, you don't. Simple as that. That was not great. The security guards there were these 3 old guys that were just old, fat, and bald. And I turned to somebody and I go, I honestly am just not afraid. I feel like I could take these guys.
No way, man. They've lost some time in the penalty box.
I said, do you think they have? And somebody goes, Snyder, they have guns on them. Are you being stupid right now? I was like, oh, they have to. Because
no way, it's Canada.
There's just no
You just drop the gloves and you go.
They had no cell. And one of them was actually mean to one of my friends, where her way of getting him to agree to a lap dance, she starts talking to him and goes, you look like you have standing bitch face. And he was like, why are you being mean to me right now?
Which friend?
The one of the 2 you don't know.
Oh.
So that was our experience there. There was just, I don't know, man.
Standing bitch face, meaning I have to stand to be a bitch. I would have just asked her a million questions.
There were so many things that, like, after the fact, I wish I would have thought to ask about. But all in all, you just walk in and it's just a constant money. I was underwhelmed, I guess.
Well, I don't. Fine. That's the reason I don't love strip clubs. I always say the best part of the strip club is the walk in. Hey, yo, here. After the first 30 seconds, it's money. It's this. I don't love being tantalized. Like, are we doing this thing or not? No, of course we're not. So then what the hell? Why am I here?
But the worst was one of the guys, I can tell you off air, who's not always the nicest to women. He was just annoyed at this point, and a girl comes over. She sits down. She starts bullshitting, and he looks at her and he goes, nope, lame. I was like, oh my God, here's I had to give her money just to say sorry. I could not believe let's just say he's a type of 4-legged animal. And he's big. I could not believe you said it. Have you never seen Blackjack?
It's amazing.
I was mortified about that.
That's pretty good.
That's my highlight of the trip. And very rarely do I get swag, but they have a big Jewish population. We went
Schatz's 90?
Schwartz's.
Ooh.
90-year
strip club?
It is a Jewish deli that we
should
went
have been
to.
a strip club, Schwartz's, and you get the Jewy girls. Dude, there's that Canadian Jewy girl with the tits who came to New York because she's good on Instagram. I've heard. Yeah, you anyway,
everything was smoked meat, which was just their fancy way of saying shitty corned beef. All in all, good trip. Had a good time. Feeling quirky? Let's get jerky.
All right. Good trip. Good for you. All right. First things first. Just because this is your account, I'll get it out of the way. What the fuck is going on with your bachelorette?
Oh, yeah.
She was in a domestic violence. She threw a chair at a guy, and then they canceled the show. This should be the show.
Yeah. It hit one of the kids.
I didn't watch that.
Bad. I was surprised they can't. They've already recorded it. They canned the whole season and let her do anything. Like one of the bachelorettes back in the day, she got caught doing like blackface or something. It's like, just say you're sorry and you're okay.
When a bachelorette goes full Bob Knight, I'm in.
Yeah.
Throwing a chair's a maniac.
It was just weird. Did you see the video? The guy is basically doing the thing where he's holding the phone going like, no, honey, no, don't do that. I mean, like, all it is clout. They canceled her on the other show too. She was on Sister Wives.
Cops ban over-the-top twerking at legendary Florida beach party. You will be charged. What kind of a society is he? If you want to shake your ass in Panama City Beach, you shake your ass in Panama City. They're ridiculous.
I had a friend
what a soft world we live in.
One of my buddies told me he might not be able to come to my wedding because he was going to Panama City Beach. And I get home and I turned to her. I was like, at least he's going international. And she said, what the hell are you talking about? I said, he said Panama City Beach. She goes, idiot, that's in Florida. I was like, oh, yeah. I didn't know.
Cam Schlittler, that pansy. He's on your list?
I could have kept him, but I cut him for my team. Go on.
Oh, fuck him. Yeah, he's not that good. Also, no, he's a man after my own heart in a way. He had to call security to remove spiders from his locker. He had to call a real man. I couldn't take it. I see spiders in there. Especially if I'm an overprivileged diva, I would be going.
He's also 6'3". That's not.
I would say trade me. I'm not being in a locker room with spiders.
Go to the Mets.
Yeah, but it should be so lucky. Here, enjoy the Royals. They don't have spiders there.
Is this Carson Bench any good?
No.
Oh, J Rose is very excited about him.
Who was?
Rosenpenis is thinking about making his team name Dr. Benj Carson. I know.
Don't quit your day job, whatever that is.
Gyro.
Yeah, if you say so. So, inmate tells a judge to keep the change during a bail hearing, and he heads back to jail on a new charge. There's your guy.
They don't shave ever.
What?
Somebody get that guy a razor. Why is he not shaving?
I don't know, but he had to post bond of $250. He gave $300 bills and told the judge, keep the change. I love this guy.
I've told you one of my father's like 6 funny stories. He swears it was true. I feel like I've told you this before. He's at court for something back in the day when he was a slumlord, and there was just a guy just being an absolute asshole. And finally the judge was like, you know what? You owe this much money. And the guy's like, whatever, I can afford it. He goes, actually, sir, you're going to jail for 1 year. He said, 1 year, I can do that standing on my head. Judge goes, all right, you get 2. Do another one on your feet.
Breakfast Club.
I'm just telling you, my father's one of his favorite stories in the world.
Insane. Yeah. Northern Italy. No, this is a cool story. It's a couple years old. It just came up on my feed, and I started seeing it. Northern Italy is a tradition of dunking one politician in a year down the river in a cage. Some tiny town will take the worst politician and put him in a cage and send him down the river.
Is that Jenna?
Maybe.
I gotta be honest. I was really hoping you were going to say they're going to dunk him in a big vat of marinara. Just see what
we should start a town.
Marinara, Italy. God.
This happened like minutes after the last episode. Oklahoma City's Thunder's Alex Caruso receives technical foul for using a shoe to block a shot. Who uses a shoe? Honestly, he takes his shoe off. He starts swatting it. And he's stunned that this is not okay.
Well, this is like in baseball, you throw the glove, you're done. In hockey, you throw a stick, it's immediately a goal. It doesn't.
What did he think was going to happen?
If you told me Alex Caruso and Jerry McNamara were the same person, I'd believe you. Why not?
That's pretty good. Enya, my girl, prefers solitary life. She lives in a Dublin Victorian castle, lives like a queen with 12 cats. That's it. Wow. Out of her mind.
Would you recognize her?
No.
But you could name 3 of her bangers, right?
No, I can name 1.
Return to Innocence, and then the Two Towers song. She got an Oscar, I think.
Oh yeah. So that's her. I could have been told that's pretty much anybody. I'd believe you.
That's Liza Minnelli. Get out of here.
I thought so too. Very well could be. Police. Airbnb guest causes $5,000 in damage after peeing on furniture. The problem is
wrong house.
Cute. She's sort of hot. Like, I don't care. She's peeing on my furniture.
She was better looking than most of Chez Paris.
Really? So yeah, she caused $5,300 because she peed all over the place. What? How is that possible? That costs that much to get pee out?
You have to throw the couch out, and I can tell you, have a friend who used to have an issue. Many couches have been thrown away. Happens.
Wait, what?
People pee stuff. It happens.
People? You have a pee friend?
Not anymore, but back in the day.
Because he peed? Was it you?
It was not me. I'm not a peer.
I think we're gonna need to get some names. A dozen live pythons were found in a truck headed to Mexico.
What are you doing? Why? Come on.
Okay. Good. Send them to Mexico. I don't want them here. I'd much rather them going to Mexico.
Yeah, but what about the pythons?
Exactly. I don't know what their end game is to get these pythons there. They came in bags that looked like that. Each bag is a python.
You know,
Take a bag, win a python. Take a bag, win a python.
When I was flying to Mexico, there were 2 pythons sitting next to my wife.
Idiots. Nevertheless, Northern Kentucky family declines $26 million because they didn't want a data center built on their house.
Oh, inject the data. Yeah, let's go.
Bring it. They want to mar the whole neighborhood and ruin the thing. What do I care? I'll be so far gone with my 26 million. And by the way, I would say here's the problem. Anyone willing to pay 26 would clearly pay 28. Let's go. Like,
oh, that was your next number? I was going to say start doubling it.
Maybe, but like, I'd probably just do a cute number. Just 2 million more for the fun of it.
No, I want a castle in Dublin and 12 cats at that point. Let's just start getting crazy here.
Or Stup Enya, and if she's busy, I'll take Liza Minnelli. Or whoever's still alive. Now that we're good ones. Utah mom accused of kidnapping autistic son's 11-year-old bully until he apologized.
Was the son autistic or the bully?
The son was autistic. Some kid was bullying him, so the mom kidnaps the kid to force him to apologize.
At what point, immediately like, sorry, and with your fingers crossed? I would just, dude, things are
whatever she wants.
Red hair. More is a red hair. Carrot top.
So, like, that's Shannon Tafuga. It's a tough last name. Tough break. From Provo.
But that's just so messed up.
The whole thing's not great. This is great. I mean, not for the guy who died. Quadruple amputee, pro cornhole player, allegedly shot and killed an acquaintance. Is this your number one? Yeah. Shot and killed an acquaintance during an argument, then drove off with the body. He can drive?
Okay. I got this story sent to me by a million people. Do you know why?
Look at the guy.
Do you know where he's from?
He's from Maryland.
He's from Maryland.
He's from Waldorf.
Do you know who's also from Waldorf?
I don't know.
Good Charlotte. That's what they're most famous for.
He's a gun guy.
No? Are you listening? Okay.
I'm Good Charlotte, yes.
Yes.
And
so
there he is playing cornhole.
All right. My problem with this story, because I saw
Someone died is the problem, but
okay, someone dies not great. And people send to me because it's all the quadruple amputee. I watched that man climb a tree with a rifle. He is goddamn amazing.
He's amazing.
Amazing. He's probably better at a lot of things than you and I. He should
maybe driving.
He shouldn't. Well, better than my wife, but he shouldn't be in the Paralympics. This guy could maybe be in the regular Olympics or just everyday Olympics, which I think that should totally be a thing. Like, people who aren't good enough to make something, just have like average assholes compete at stuff. I would watch it because I would.
Biathloning.
All right. You know where I was going with this for my number one candidate? I heard the Charles County Sheriff's Office release a report talking about what this guy could do on the intranet is amazing. My problem with this story, do people not know the difference between intra and inter? Because, okay, the intranet, it's not just a hip-hop.
The intranet is like an inter-office thing.
I know what it is. You know that's not what she was saying.
No.
The intranet? Oh, he's all over the intranet. I think that's what she said. That's Judy here fucking lunch.
This guy drives, he shoots, he cornholes, he's a champion.
Is this your Duke? Or is this
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll just make it
as good as any given week, a mama kidnapping a kid to make him apologize, but this just blows it out of the water.
I think this is the first time maybe ever we both our number ones were the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I had to read the story 3 times so that I could fully wrap my head around the whole thing.
Wow. Hopefully that internet thing will age on you. But for me, I was like,
yeah, it's bad.
It's just, but you know, that goes in my favorite thing, which I might have to drop the bit because people don't laugh as hard. But I told you this, when somebody tries to sound smart and they kill a word, it just, I love it. I actually have gotten to the point where I start saying things incorrectly to see if people are paying attention. They're not. They don't know.
Nobody's ever paying attention.
Well, you know what my new joke is, that when I write, I have patients that take medications and I have to explain what they're for. So when they're taking naproxen or meloxicam, I say, well, it's for your inflammation, which is the name of my autobiography. Crickets.
That's not great.
So nowadays I've started saying, well, for your inflammation, I just start, but they're just looking at me like, I think he means information. But again, I just get so bored at work, and that's where I go like 1 over. But anyways.
If you take Inflammation, which is a gay club in Chelsea. Flame. Yeah. Try that.
Hey, Zach, what you watching?
We finished Landman. I'm not telling you anything. Okay. Good?
No,
now we have to start something, which is going to be either finish Industry, which I don't even want to start up again, but I guess we do, just to see what they'll put into what hole next, and then maybe go to work. What else we got? We're on to final season of Stranger Things so we can only watch one a day when it's light out. The minute the sun starts setting. So that's and Neighbors is just fabulous.
Okay, so you're caught up to date on Neighbors. That's
I
all
don't
I
know.
have.
Wait, I don't know.
The nudist, the guy.
No, we did. We won behind. I think.
Oh, it's like the most controversial episode. So.
Oh, good.
I want to sit down tonight and watch Paradise, and Julia's like, we're watching Neighbors. And at the beginning of it, they did one of those, if you know somebody that's in a feud with a neighbor, please send in the information. So there's going to be more. Just inject it.
I'm fighting with the people upstairs.
Zach,
Still, as of this weekend.
Zach, you can get on. Well, I think they would have to sign a release, but if you're down.
They're not going to because they got mad at me for, we told them to the board. We Jen had to go up there, Mr. Heckle style. We're texting them. It's WrestleMania upstairs. It's in a goddamn nut.
You think Suchki, Nutski, Ruchki, Blutsky is going to sign anything with ice in America? No chance.
Oh, I should ice them.
You mean Smirnoff ice them?
Yeah, them too. Oh, I should ice them. I'll use it as a verb. You got any ice guys?
Sure. Let me just call the guy up. I have no idea.
I just want to ice somebody.
I'm really surprised they don't have like an anonymous tip line for this. That would not be nice, but a lot of times I just
but like they're Euro. Oh, he's Russian. They could be the KGB, the Americans. That was filmed outside my building, so they're right here.
HIPAAnonymous.
Uh-oh. Go on. Kill? FM kill? Who'd you fuck, marry, or kill?
Do you know what a high blood sugar is? Now, I'm saying numbers-wise. Like, if I told you my blood sugar was 150, are you like, that's amazing? Or like, whoa, no good? I have
no idea.
All right. Like, normal blood sugar is high double digits, maybe mid ones. If you start getting up to 2, whether it's before a meal, that's not great. If you Google it, over 300 is really bad. Like, really, really, really
so
bad.
what would my blood sugar be like? I don't eat much sugar.
No, it's not. It's the carbs that are breaking down.
No, I just had a meal.
At 2 hours, maybe like 120, 140, maybe.
It seems big.
It's not a lot. Well,
okay.
Anyways, over 300 is you should be on insulin and or go to the hospital. I get a guy. I've only heard this story. His blood sugar was 1600, so he had to
get out of here.
He had to go to the hospital, and it didn't go well for him. And they come out and they had to tell his significant other, unfortunately, ma'am, your significant other didn't make it, and we did everything we can. And blah, blah. Okay, great. Well, why am I telling you the story? After they pronounced him dead, and they told the family, 20 minutes later, he kicks back to life. The guy is home. I saw him today, and he's not okay. But I was like, so if all
he's Jesus, he's fat Jesus.
I cannot believe this story, to the point that I said, are you sure you're getting the details right on this? I've spoken to multiple people that have corroborated. I'm like, this just sounds made up. They're like
20 minutes.
20. Have you ever heard of them pronouncing somebody dead and then going out and talking to the family, and she's in tears, and then come back and like, actually, we still got him.
Just kidding.
I cannot believe this story. Yeah,
that's a hidden camera show.
It is. Neighbors.
That's the show. Tell it to people if their family member died, and then come back out.
Terrible. No chance.
Because then you never know if the show catches on, if he's going to do a bit or if your guy's really dead.
1600 blood sugar is drinking Hawaiian punch laced with pixie sticks and then having a scoop of ice cream afterwards. It's bananas.
Last meal with bald eagle.
Oh, terrible. Still good.
Yeah.
Pishadoo of the week. I got a lot of candidates. Let's get through these. Every pickup line is good until other people find out or people start spreading your shit, because then it's like, oh, that's what they're using. The notorious one, Conor McGregor, has been outed for sending girls DM that say F3, and they just send a question mark. He says, oh, shit, my bad. I thought I saw a vending machine snack and I wanted to order something.
What?
It's just like slide. Then you can always be like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to send that. Somebody's like, excuse me, sir. I know your wife or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's his pickup line. I think it's just the followers and the monies, but
why didn't you just say I'm Conor McGregor? What the fuck?
I think they know that, but you gotta be. This is like, what's your name? Where are you from? Want to dance? I mean,
yeah. Even you're Conor McGregor, you don't have to ask the first 2 questions.
How's your bracket doing?
Mid-major. Don't have much of a chance in my big pool. Have a chance in my office pool. You don't care. Go on.
Very good. NCAA Kalshi, who is now They're giving out $1 billion for the perfect bracket. And this has been going on forever. Do you know the odds of having a perfect bracket?
1 in 9 quintillion.
Something like that. Why? I wish they would just say like $1 million to the best bracket, and maybe I would submit something to have a chance. Do you know what 9 quintillion is? It's just a number.
Worse. It's like winning the lottery 9 times.
I think it's even worse than that. It is something absolutely stupid. The fact that they're even doing this for advertisement, are people that dumb? Like, we all got $1 billion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't cost you anything to submit it.
But the two-parter of my story, I'm just making this its own candidate because I listened to a whole report about this the other day. Call sheet, prediction market, it's sports betting, it's bet on anything. Did you know if you bet on the result of something and the reason it happens is because of a death, your bet is null and void? So whatever the sports game, because people were betting on the Maduro Venezuela thing, people were betting on the Ayatollah Iran thing. Like, will he be in power next week? And they voted no. If he was blown up and lived, you get paid. He dies, all bets are null and void.
Is that only their policy? Because you can bet on people to die. What about Deadpool?
No, Deadpool is something different. But on the prediction market site, there isn't. You also can't bet on like if onions will grow to a certain size. There's all
onions, double order.
I dropped that this weekend. But yeah, this whole thing with if you bet on something. So if you're betting, I don't even know if this extends to a sports game. But if there is a DeMar Hamlin situation and the game goes on and your team wins or loses, your bet does not happen if a death affects the outcome.
He did die, but he came back, but not 20 minutes.
Bullshit. I cannot believe if you bet on something and it's whatever. I just think like,
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're not honoring this. I was like, I got news for you. If he lived, you pay out the other people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I saw some idiot wasted 7.
What if he dies and you lose, and they win? They pay you back.
I think both sides get their money back and nothing happens.
Better be.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some Kalshi snipers.
Some idiot online decided to roll dice for 17 hours, 10,000 rolls. Do you know what they got?
Nothing.
A perfect normal distribution of what it's supposed to look like, proving the point. If you roll enough, the math always works.
Yeah.
It doesn't math.
They were just doing it to see what it would be, or they were someone betting on it.
No, just doing it to show, like, will this actually be a normal distribution? And the higher you go, it's just math.
Better chances, yeah. They might as well play quarters against the wall for $10,000 with Michael Jordan.
17 hours. I'm not saying I've never wasted a lot of time doing stuff. This seems preposterous.
There's only so much Brazzers you can watch.
Is in 7-minute intervals.
7 minutes? That's impressive.
Somebody sent me this online on TikTok. Actually, one of our fans was like, "Hey, you guys should talk about this." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, here we go." It was great. Cleveland, Tennessee, location of 2 old people driving on the wrong side of the street the other day with their handicap pass up. Some guy jumps out, flags them down to be like, "Hey, you guys are going the wrong way," whatever. Turns the car around, no harm, no foul. I think I've talked about this. When do we start getting driving tests once you hit 50? Like, I know that's discrimination, but if somebody said to you right now, Zach, go take a driving test, I'm like, okay, let me just get this out of the way.
No, I'd say let's dance. Let's have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
But the old people don't want driving tests because they're not going to pass it. This is some scary shit. I am all for driving tests.
Last year, a guy, who was like in a weird spot, he backed into Jenna's father. We were all in the car. And the guy goes, "You ran into me." We're like, "Sir, we were just sitting still. You slammed into us." He's like, "Well, you drove right into me." Like, we did not. The cops show up. I bring them up like, "Guys, this is what actually happened." They're dying at this point. There's like two old guys, a 70-year-old and 80-year-old yelling at each other. The cops were 40 years old combined. And it was like, I can't go, here's what actually happened. You can believe me or not. I'm telling you the truth. Like, yeah, we get it.
All right. Remember we talked about Ruth's Chris now having a dress code?
Yeah.
Chili's has gone ahead and said, we also have a dress code. Just be dressed.
Pippen jersey and Corona shorts.
Let's go. We're going to gamble today, boys. Woo! I saw.
You know what? If you're not totally dressed, they'll still serve you.
I saw this story online, and I don't know how I feel. You know, old people, bad eyesight. I'm slowly joining the club.
Mm-hmm.
Their font is a little bigger, and when they hold their phones up, it's very up in the air. And if you're sitting behind them, you can just read whatever they're saying. Somebody posted a video of a woman, I believe at a basketball game, just saying, it's all Hispanic people. I can't believe it. How do they afford to get in here type of thing?
Amazing.
Is that bad if they're doing it on their phone, texting somebody? You can say just about anything you want, right? Assuming you're not hurting anybody. You can be racist. You can say anything you want. I don't think I have a problem with it. Now, I don't have to be nice to that person, but I don't think I should be shaming them like, boo that man. Thoughts? If it's on their phone and they're texting it?
Yeah, but what if it's like an anti-Jewish thing? I would flip the fuck out on them. I would scream at them.
Yeah, but that's their right to say what they want. But for
right.
me to take a video and put it online of them, I don't know if that's...
No, I wouldn't publicly shame them. I would go after them in the thing.
You would just be like, hey, what really are your thoughts there? But
no, who the fuck do you think you are with you? And I would go after their lowest common denominator, whatever ism they are.
I know you can smell an anti-Semite back there. Just sit down, sir.
Yeah, exactly. They're all over the place. No, isms would start flying.
That's never going to get old. I think you texted me that the other day. I started
I said no isms.
No isms. It might be inside. I mean, you really got to be a deep fan to know what that is.
Yeah.
All right. This happened like minutes after our last podcast, but I can't tell you her real name. I'm going with Baywatch Lieutenant Stephanie Holden. She broke out a bunch of beagles from an animal shelter. The best part is she's live streaming the whole thing. Arrested imminently because you can't do that. The second time she's gone and stole beagles.
It's insane.
Some people stand in the darkness. What is she doing?
I don't know.
She's not getting all the residuals. She doesn't hassle the Hoff. Somebody get her a side hobby. That being said, dark hair, dark eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Put it on Neighbors.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you the video.
So if I get this jackass to sign a release, I can be on Neighbors.
Yeah, and you'll probably get paid for it, but you can. I think you should apply. I really do.
I would be great TV.
Oh my god. All right. I think I'm starting to cross over. I saw a story and I agree with the sick person. New Jersey man decapitates a seagull after the seagull steals a French fry from his daughter. And
Maniac.
He got jail time. It's a seagull. Is this any different than putting a mousetrap up and killing a mouse?
No, but he's killing a seagull in front of his kid. That's ridiculous. Bad father.
Oh, I don't know if it was actually in front of her. That part of the story I didn't see.
Oh, I'm picturing give me that fry back. Snaps the neck.
Just Ozzy Osbourne, just put some ketchup on it. So your problem is in front of the daughter. The real problem is he killed an animal out in the wild.
The bird.
That's how I thought. I was like, who gives a shit? Nobody cares.
Christine Noem shot her dog, and she was lauded for it.
Her and Bobert, just all of it.
When are they going to get a Yellowstone-style show?
Oh, did you see the Dutton Ranch? They just dropped a trailer.
No, was another one of these Taylor shares?
I'm not watching Marshall's with Casey, but Rip and Beth Dutton. I think I might. It looks interesting.
I'll put Noam on that one.
Well, Beth is the best act. She was the best character on that show,
and
it's just her cooking. It's the same shit. Okay,
that's pretty good.
Did you hear about Palm Beach Pete? Do you know who that is?
No.
There was a guy driving down the 405 equivalent in Florida who was a dead ringer for Jeffrey Epstein. It's the same guy. And people are going banana. I thought it was AI. It looked too much like him. There's no way it wasn't AI or Jeffrey Epstein. Of course, most comments were, guys, you think Epstein's just driving around in a top down with his glasses? Well, the guy has since gotten a lot of public because people are like, holy shit, dude. He's like, I'm not Epstein. He sounds nothing like him. I'm not Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I do not believe for a second this guy isn't trying to look like him. Because if you look exactly like somebody, you either grow a mustache, shave it, dye it, do something.
Something.
I think he likes it, but is that the guy you want to be like, hey?
No, that's the worst.
Where have I seen you from before? You look familiar.
You're dangling from my jail cell.
Okay, let's get into the elements. I think you're with me on this next one. I don't know how to do this. They're asking Matt Leinart from USC quarterback fame to unretire his number 11 jersey.
Can we talk about this?
To give to prospects coming into
we
college.
covered this last week, didn't we?
No, I think it was just in your own life. I heard this on my own.
Maybe.
I would never unretire my jersey to give it to a prospect. I don't think I'm unretiring a jersey to give it to anybody that's on the team doing well, because in theory, they get their own number. They're making their own success. In no way am I.
He said no. Good for him.
Oh, he definitely said no, because who gives a shit? I just know for me, maybe there would have to be some weird situation, possibly like in honor of O.J. Simpson. Here, O.J. Simpson's son, you may also have a jersey. There's no way I'm taking my number down for a player in college.
My own kid, only one I would do it for, who shouldn't even want my number.
Oh, she's 12. She's not wearing number 11.
No.
Yeah, so I heard this. Good for him.
Good for him.
For a prospect who is literally leaving that college. If any other college doubles his, he'll go across town to UCLA for twice the money, maybe half.
Yeah.
All right. That was the bronze. Maybe that was my silver. Anyway, it's all fucked up. And then, here's my silver. New York City Steakhouse Benjamin's will be offering a $1,000 boozy hot cocoa at its establishment this year.
I saw that. I've seen those things before, though.
Is that doing anything for anybody? Why are you
getting that thing?
Because I assume that's to close a deal. And the more I think about it, you're closing an actual business deal, because to close a kind of deal, you don't need to get that. It doesn't matter.
You don't need to get that. And I don't want her all chocolated up.
It is an espresso martini. I saw a clip to just minutes ago of Mark Norman has a new special, and he's talking about how being married is different because he goes to strip clubs and his wife gives him shit. He says, well, honey, just because I spend money and I actually get something back for it, that you shouldn't be mad at me. Like a $1,000 boozy cocktail, I'm not spending that on my wife. I'm spending that on
I'm not spending it on a date either where there's a chance. If I'm going to spend $1,000, I'm not getting a boozy cocktail. It's a $1,000 horn, but this thing is over in 12 minutes.
1,000? You're going twice? That's so much money.
So much money.
And my number one was the quadruple amputee. You sunk my battleship with that. It's a great story, but the guy saying intranet was my take on it, but you didn't give a shit about that. Let's run it back.
He was driving. With what? His nose?
I watched him do a lot of stuff. He's not going to be quite Charlie Kirk. I'm going to watch more of this guy, having known nothing about him since this story.
He's going to jail, so
I want to watch him play pool. I want to see him do everything.
He killed a man. He's going to jail. When he gets out, he's going to kick some ass.
Conor McGregor's pickup line is F3. NCAA uses Kalshi for a $1 billion prize for a perfect bracket, which is insane. But also, you cannot win any money if what you determine is caused by a death. 17 hours to roll the dice 10,000 times. Turns out it's a perfect distribution. Cleveland, Tennessee, old couple getting wrong way on the highway. Just start testing old people. Again, pick a number. I'll do it at age 45, right as you're getting your colonoscopy. Chili says their dress code is you just have to be dressed. Lady at I think it's a Spurs game, sending in all Hispanics here. How are they affording themselves? But it was a text message, not as bad. Baywatch Beagle Stealer, Stephanie Holden. She took all the dogs. New Jersey man decapitates a seagull and right in front of his daughter. He's going to jail. Palm Beach Pete. Matt Leinert's 11. Jersey request. The $1,000 hot cocoa boozy drink and the quadruple amputee. Who is a Pishadoo of the week, Taggy?
On a lot of weeks, it would be the seagull guy. But it is one story only this week. It's just one story only. It's the amputee.
I agree. We both had it.
Yeah.
Boozer Day of the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We had fun. We're going to keep doing this. Zach, United Airlines 2027. They will be selling 3 seats in a row, calling it a bed row, where you get a mattress pad and you can lay down. When are you taking your first flight and sleeping on it like that?
I don't need to overspend for that. I can sleep in a coffin. Sleep anywhere. Let's go.
Agreed. If you need to sleep like that, just pop a pill and have some whiskey.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Or fly first class, you poor fuck.
Mm-hmm. I'm poor.
Bye-bye.